Alrighty, folks. Well, here it is, the 1000th video here on peaugh video reviews. It's actually closer to like 1,006. If you count some of the videos that I have reshot and re-uploaded or deleted or for whatever reason. But this will be video number 1000 and will remain video number 1000 as we move on with 1001 after this. I don't know what some of them are going to be. But yeah, this is a very special review. Like, one, it's crazy to think that 1,000 videos, that's a lot, that's a big number. And I hadn't really planned on making a big deal of it, and then I had a bunch of people ask me if I was going to, so I set out to do something cool for this. My first video was March 10th, 2008. It was animated Black Arachnia. So a little over 4 years, 1,000 reviews. That's roughly 250 videos a year. And that's, I mean, that's crazy. That's something like 16 reviews a month. I think I did the math. 16, 17 reviews a month. But yeah, there's maybe even more than that. 12, 20, yeah, 20 something. Doing the math, 21 reviews a month basically. And it's insane. I actually looked at my analytics because it was going around the other day, and like apparently, like if one person, like the amount the video has been watched, if one person sat down and watched them doing nothing but watch videos for 24 hours straight, 7 days a week, it would equal like a watch time of like 509 years, which is ridiculous because it started off with literally a flip camera, an animated toy, and a shelf back when the animated Bulkheads thread was going strong on TFW, and everybody was getting cheap animated toys from overseas way before they came out, and it was really cool. So nostalgia. And it's been a long way since then. You know, and there's lots of people have come and gone, lots of people are still doing it. So, you know, get out there, and if you don't like my videos, go out and watch somebody who you do. There's plenty of fine people out there doing video reviews. Some people, you know, if you want to go watch Optibotimus, if you want to watch SEANxLONG, I think Emgo's still doing stuff. Actually, I know Emgo's still doing stuff. I don't say why. Check out the Random Review. He's a new guy who just did his first Transformer video review like a couple weeks ago for for Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. So people are still coming in. People are still hanging around. It's been a wild 4.5 years, for almost 5 years now at this point. All the movies have come out, cartoons, we got Prime now, I went through animated, but yeah, it's weird. When I started doing this, I never would have thought it would end up here, not end up here, but, you know, like, it would make it to this point, with 1,000 videos and several subscribers, and just the level it's reached. It's really kind of cool. Thank you to everybody who has watched videos. Thank you to everybody who will watch in the future, and continues to watch. It's amazing to me, and I really have to thank you all very much because it really is cool. Anyway, enough about all the weepy nostalgic stuff. You all want to know what I have cooked up for you here on the 1,000th video, and it's something I've been working on for a while. I asked around, I shopped around, I tried to do something cool, and so I've worked out a cool little review here for you guys. So now it's time to find out what is in the box. Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid! Anyway, sorry. There actually is something coming. I just was being silly because I feel if you can make a Wheel of Fish reference, you need to make the Wheel of Fish reference. And if you don't understand what a Wheel of Fish is, you need to drink from the fire hose. Anyway, so without further ado, I managed to work out Esmond from MASTERMIND Creations, who has been super awesome. Managed to work this deal out where I am now getting to bring to you the first look at the test shots for Mech Ideas, Geminis, and Apex, otherwise known as Topspin and Twin Twist, the Demolition Crew, as they're calling them. Which, of course, you know, the Demolition Crew is generally known as the Wreckers. So, Topspin and Twin Twist, these obviously are the test shots. And this is really cool. Like, I haven't been in this position, and I'm really honored. Thank you again very much, Esmond, if you're watching this, for making this happen. This is really cool. And these little guys are really awesome. So, we'll get into them right now. And again, like I said, these are test shots, and as such, some of the tolerances you see here may be a little off. Those will all get tweaked for the final product. These are very early. You can see they're not even in colored plastic yet. These are very early test shots of these guys. But they're really, really neat. And again, you've got Geminis, which is the twin twist analog, and Apex, which is the top spin analog. Now, top spin here, you can see these are, since these are molded in black, these tank treads are separate pieces. Back here, these are flat because he doesn't have the tank treads back here. And I have been told that on the final product, these will be jet vents. Just for the test shots, they didn't have time to put the jet vents on for whatever reason. So this does have tank treads here. These will be jet vents on Apex on the final product. So you've got these weapons right here. They're signature guns, which just pop right off the top. They plug in right there on the top of the vehicle mode. And one of the other things that's cool is they both have, on the back, the exhaust vents here, this whole black section right here. You can pull the exhaust vents off and unpeg this section. And like any good wrecking crew or demolition crew should, you can plug these together to give them a giant, actually I want to plug in the thicker part, a giant sledgehammer for wrecking things. So that's and they both have it. It plugs in right here. These little pieces, they slot in right here, and then there's a little peg on the hammerhead that plugs into a little slot on the exhaust pipe, holds them in underneath the vehicle. We just pop those two heads out, pull this off, and again it tabs in right here into the arms. You can see the little peg holes there. And then there's little tabs here on the hammer itself. And you just put that together, and they both get their hammer. The hammers are exactly the same. You could use, and it fits a 5mm hand. You could have one of your other robots hold these if you so chose. The transformation on them is almost exactly the same. The only real difference is these wings here on Apex, but we'll show that off. So here they are in tank. And again, some of the detail is not. There's a lot of really nice detail on here, and just because of that's why I didn't put the white background down, because it would really blend out. You can see the chest piece here, but the transformation on these is really not as straightforward as it originally looked from the pictures that we saw at TFCon. Yeah, there's a CG picture at TFCon. And actually, let's take a break real quick. I'm going to pop in the little picture we saw at TFCon, the first promo we saw for these guys. So here you go. Here's the TFCon promo shot. Apex on the left there and Geminis on the right. That's what they're going to look like when they're fully produced. This is just a CGI shot, and we're showing off the test shots, obviously, in the main video. But just to get a good look at what they look like when they're finalized. So yeah, there it is. That was the first little picture we saw. When they announced these at TFCon this year. And here they are now. So to transform them, again, you just come under here. You just unpeg the legs here. And then you bring this whole assembly down a little. Actually, just bring the legs out to the side a little bit. These arms, you untab them. There's little tabs right here. You just untab them and lift them up. You can fold these down as well. And that opens up this whole area. Now, I thought originally, like, this is clearly the headpiece. You can see it sitting there. It would just flip over, and this would flip down. This whole torso piece actually lifts up, slides up and around on a hinge over the middle of the body, and there's a couple, you can kind of see a couple tabs here on the underside of the chest that plug in to the lower abdomen. And then you lift up this panel and flip the head around, and then you plug this panel into the back to lock it in place. And then these panels, you use this piece right here. Now that you've folded it down, you rotate it around so the treads face out, and they fold up onto the back. The arms come out. You untab them. You unpeg. You don't lift just this panel. You lift this whole booster up. You see, there's the hand. Rotate this piece out and around. Close it up. And same over here. Rotate out and around. Bring these down. And flip the feet out, and there, straighten them up, and there's Geminis in robot mode. You can flip these around so the little slide tab isn't showing, if you desire. There is a nicely little molded bit right here for a faction symbol of your choice, if you so desire. The sculpt on the heads is really nice. Let's see if we can get some of the detail here with the prototype there. And there's some nice detailing here on the chest as well. Really neat vents on the legs. And really, really cool. One of the things that I originally was concerned about is like the thumb piece here. It seems very thin, and when you're playing with a prototype, especially so. But it's not any thinner than the Night Morpher, Stormer, and Screecher Airborne Squad. And plus, the way the weapons are molded, the tolerances are good so that you can hold them, and even with the hammers, and it doesn't stress that thumb. So in the case of the hammer, it may be a little loose, but you'd rather have it be a little. But he still holds the hammer just fine, and you'd rather have that a little loose than risk stressing and snapping that thumb. And again, this is prototype plastic. It's this clearish white plastic. The final version's probably going to be a lot tougher. And again, having seen almost the exact same thickness of hands on the Stormer and Screecher from Mastermind, I'm not super worried about it. So yeah, so you give him his gun, you can have him dual wield his guns, or you can give him the hammer. Now the hammer does not, I have not found a way to store the hammer itself in robot mode, but you can take one of the extra guns, plug it in right there on the back, have it sit between the shoulder blade pieces here. You just kind of plug it in right there, have it store on the back, and have him hold the hammer. Or again, if you want to give the hammer to another character, you can do that as well. They got side-to-side arm swivels. Here at the shoulder, move out like this, rotate up, double hinges here. The wrists do swivel. The head's on our own ball joint, which is nice. You can look up and down and all around. And then you got the dual swivel hips, swivel thighs, hinge knees, and then the feet themselves. They swivel here for transformation, but they're on a peg here, and then that also allows the foot to swivel back and forth. So they've got a really nice amount of articulation in them as well. So there's Geminus there in robot mode. Let's go ahead and get Apex up. And like I said, Apex is a little different because he has these wings that, as you can see, flip a little bit. So again, we'll go ahead and unpeg the legs here. And that's the one other thing I worry about. These little tabs here that hold the legs onto the side. Sturdy so far, but something to watch out for. You don't want to just yank the legs off. You want to kind of pull them down as you pop them out. Again, these are very early test shots. I'm not sure when the eventual release is, but you'll get all that information from the usual retailers when those are ready. And again, you saw that in the picture I showed from TFCon, you got an idea of what their color schemes are going to be. They will not be white prototypes, obviously. I don't know of any Awakening version for these guys. But yeah, so we get them down. And the only difference here is the wings, they flip out, and because they can fold, like normally when you're in vehicle mode, they'd be flipped out like this. When you flip them around like that, they can fold them down so they stick out on his back as part of his backpack. You can kind of see them there behind his shoulders. That's, like I said, just neat little details on here that make them so cool. Flip out his other fist. And again, he's got his signature visor. If we can get that in there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I mean, these things are just, I can't wait to see them fully produced in color. They're going to be really neat. He does have, you can have these vents here, like this. You can also, again, just like the other one, if you prefer, if you don't want to see the little swivel joints, you can swap them around to look like that. Up to you. And I'm sure one of the big questions is, as wreckers, how do they fit in with any other members of the team we might wish to display them with once they are in focus? Well, I can answer that question for you because I brought in Defender and Broadside. And as you can see, I think, scale-wise, they fit in very nicely with any other wreckers. And both in scale and aesthetically, I think they fit in very well with other quote-unquote wreckers members. So yeah, Definitely going to be ones to watch. Oh, he's not plugged in all the way. His chest is here, isn't lowered down. Very, very neat. I'm very appreciative of having the chance to show these off here in their test shot form. They're coming from Mech Ideas. I don't have a price information for you yet. That will all be forthcoming. But something on the plate. A great Mech Ideas also, if you remember, did those Soundwave and Prime iPhone cases. This is their first figure offering, and very, very neat. From what I understand, basically, like, this is one of MasterMind's designers who has struck out on his own, so they're kind of affiliated with MasterMind, but they are their own separate company, looking to get a foot out in the world. And I think if they're going to do it, this is a great way to do it. These guys are awesome. And like I said, I really can't wait for the final full color manufactured versions of these to come out, because they really are just neat, and they're going to go great on my third-party wreckers team, which I have talked about many times. So yeah, that is the big 1000th video review. Excuse me. I just can't kick this cough. Coming up soon, we've got a lot of other cool stuff. One of the other things that arrived today from Mastermind was Stormer. We'll have him up in a couple of days. I want to make sure we have some time for the 1000th video to get out there and for everybody to see it. But yeah, we'll shoot that one soon. Also, from a new company called Lucky Rogers, we have two more armor kits for Junkions. Junk Armor 01W and Junk Armor 01M. They are armor kits to go on Junkions, like I said, well, obviously. But unlike some of the other ones, they are not resin. They are fully plastic, as well as all the parts are designed to store in vehicle mode. Like, a lot of these become vents on the side of the vehicle. One of his weapons becomes one of the exhaust pipes. There's a clip on the shield to clip onto the back. So we'll show those off soon. And also from Mech Ideas, we have here's a kit. Now we'll paint it all up, but it is a kit to turn your United Jazz into Shockwave, kind of based off the BotCon idea, but he also comes with, you can see the pieces, these are clear resin. We'll paint them up and get them all pretty, but they are molded very cleanly. You get the arm gun, you get a very cool looking Shockwave head, as well as you get a Shockwave in gun mode, which again can be held by 5mm pegs if you wanted. You could have, there you go. You could have Apex here hold it if you so choose. Fits any standard 5mm peg. Cool. Also, just real quick, we can give let's give Apex his guns here, just so we can have him properly armed and fully displayed here for the video. But yeah, there you go. That is it. That was my big 1000th video surprise. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really, really happy that I got to show these off, because they, like I said, they're just so neat, and they're going to fit great on a wreckers team. And so yeah, if you have any, I'm actually wearing my my Wreck and Rule shirt just to be thematic with tonight's video. So thank you, Lady of Wreck, for making those shirts, because I have gotten much use out of mine. So yeah, on to 2000, I guess. see if it'll take, see how fast I can do that. Actually, I'm not really in a rush to 2000. 1000 kind of snuck up on me as it was. So, but again, thank you everybody who has watched my videos. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, it's beyond my wildest dreams. I didn't even have dreams for this. It was just it started off as kind of a lark, because I had a camera and a toy, and here we are. So again, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned, because we got some more cool stuff coming for you. So yeah, P1K. Thanks for watching.